Alrighty, we are live once again. I apologize that I am so much later than I normally am. I'll tell you why in just a minute, but I think I'm missing my phone. I usually have it with me just in case of something, but I don't know. I don't actually know where I put it. Just a second. How's it going, Rima? Let me. I'm missing my phone. I think I might have left it in the kitchen. I'll be back in 1 second. I guess my phone is missing. I don't know where I put it. All right, it's been that kind of day so far. How's it going, noob? How's it going, Batman's Apprentice? I apologize that I'm a little bit later than normal. Essentially, what happened was, I guess before I do that, I wanted to tell you guys something. I've been waiting to open up these 5-star chests because I wanted to do it with you guys. I wanted you guys to kind of be here while we open them. So we did get to the very end of the path, and so I wanted to open it on stream. Hello, noob. I probably should call my phone, but I don't know how to do that. You want me to give you moderator? All right, noob. I will give you moderator. Just keep in mind not to ban people. Just if they say they don't like Expo, don't ban people for their opinions. So this will kind of be the kind of like a court case, right? Innocent until proven guilty. I'll assume the best unless you. So I just gave you moderator. We will open the first 5-star. Open the first 5-star chest and see what we get. Hopefully it's not like. Okay. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what level skeletons are, though, right? Because they're just distraction cards at the end of the day. So honestly, not a fantastic first pick, just because I think the skeletons could technically be level 1 and they would still kind of serve the same purpose. But at least we can upgrade it twice to level 15. The best thing I could have got? Really? I mean, I guess I have seen people getting pretty bad things from 5-star drops, but is it that good? I thought skeletons I thought were just like distraction cards to distract like princes or mini P.E.K.K.A.s or whatnot. So I didn't think it even mattered if they were like super high leveled. I thought they were. Okay, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it is really nice to have them up. Like they do fit into pretty much any deck, but it's just they're not known for their damage dealing. They're just known to kind of distract units. So, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. I have seen people get much worse from a 5-star chest, so now we will. I guess that's true. I mean, they can be used for damage dealing against whatnot. Let's see what we get with the second drop. Maybe we'll get some expo upgrades, noob. Let's see what it is. All right. I mean, not bad. I don't use bats a whole lot, but you know, it's a much better card than something like Rune Giant or something. So can't be mad at that. We have just enough to upgrade it again, and now we're broke. Now we have no gold. I also climbed up to just be one step away from the next league, and so I also wanted to play this on stream so that maybe we could get to the next league on stream as well. So that's what we're going to be doing. The reason why I started this a little bit later today is because the crazy thing is I still haven't recovered from my cold. Like, this is probably the longest I've ever been sick. It's like it's starting to get slightly concerning just because like the longest I've ever been sick in the past has been, maybe 3 or 4 days. Like, I'll be sick for a little bit, I'll take medicine, and then a couple days later I'll get better. And so usually when I have a cold or when I have a sickness, it only lasts for 3 or 4 days maybe. But I've been sick for like a week now, and it hasn't really seemed to get any better. Like, I take medicine, I've applied essential oils and whatnot, and been drinking water, and yet I still I don't know. I haven't gotten better. So I woke up yesterday. Also, I'll jump into a game while I'm telling you guys. This is if we win this game, we're going to be on to the next league. You've been sick since Christmas. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Batman's Apprentice. Do people just call you Robin because that's Batman's Apprentice, or what is that? All right, he's gonna be using the broken goblins as well. We don't really, I mean, we just have these in our hands. So if he decides to respawn them, we're gonna have to go with that. But essentially what happened was I woke up I woke up around 5 a.m. this morning, and I was feeling sick. I was feeling really sick this morning. When I woke up, my throat was all clogged up, my nose was all, congested like normal. And so alright, hopefully we can kill it before he uses the ability. Ooh, he messed up there. Yeah, we're actually not gonna heal it up just because it was on the tower, so we'll just alright. Yeah, I think he does have pigs in his hand, so we'll have to go with these two and then probably a bar barrel. Noob, I'll play your deck after this. Alright, you know what? We already know he's going to go with his pigs. I think we'll vines as well, because I think that's how we're going to hold on to the tower. I don't like that we had to use one of our Evos there. Okay, I just have to focus because this is This is the game for the next league. I forgot that he could even do that. I don't think we're going to be able to get to his tower in time. I don't know why I didn't expect him to respawn the hero goblins. I guess I just forgot that that was a thing. Forgot that he could respawn them. But I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning and I went to the kitchen. I drank some water. I took a couple cough drops, and then I also took a couple of pills, and they're like cold and flu pills that are supposed to help with congestion and a sore throat and all that. I took the nighttime ones because it was during the night. Naveed, I still haven't figured out. I haven't figured out the shorts live thing. I've looked a little bit into it. Here's the thing. I haven't gone into like OBS Studio and really like dove super deep into how to work it. I've just kind of been looking at the advantages of both. I also talked with Fenrir a little bit, who, is usually here in the chat. I talked with him and kind of realized that is, it's better for shorts views are better for like more visibility, more discoverability, but if and when you start earning, you kind of like the revenue's lower if and when you get monetized. So I've kind of just been looking at the advantages and the disadvantages of both. So I've looked very, very briefly into it, but I haven't done a real deep dive into like trying to set up OBS Studio and whatnot. So as of right now, it's kind of been a little bit of, I don't know, research, if that makes sense, as to what the advantages of the shorts live is. I think I will probably try to do it, but I think it would be good. I think it would be good to do that somehow, but yeah, I get that's kind of what I was thinking. I was kind of like, maybe it's best to kind of like cast a wide net now, right? Even if the retention is really low, maybe it's just a good idea to try and figure out the shorts live, just because the revenue and the retention and maybe the quality of viewers is not going to be as good. But I was thinking just kind of maybe casting out a big net and kind of trying to get as many viewers as possible, and then we can kind of refine it after that. So I think I have decided to do it, but the past day or so has just kind of been weighing the pros and cons and whatnot. I'll build Noob's deck while I'm telling you guys what happened and why I'm a little bit late though. But I woke up at 5 a.m. or so. Woke up at 5 a.m., took some of the nighttime cold and flu medicine, and I didn't look too much at the ingredients or whatnot, or like what each of the things do, but I'm pretty sure it had some kind of. Fenrir, I know I'm late. I'm in the middle of telling you why I'm late. In the meantime, let me. I'm building a deck that Noob sent into the chat. Essentially, why I'm late is because. Also, it looks like my brother's inviting me to a 2v2 battle, but let's build this first stuff. Let's just sort by elixir just to make it easy. Essentially what happened, Fenrir, if you just showed up, is that I okay, no, it's not Evo excuses. It's like this is what happened. I woke up at 5 a.m. I was feeling really sick, feeling really congested, so I got out, went to the kitchen, got some water, took a couple cough drops, heated up like a flax bag, one of those warming things, to kind of put it over my neck in the hopes that it would kind of warm up my throat and hopefully, release any phlegm that was there. So I was in the kitchen at 5 a.m. kind of taking some medicine and getting things ready. And one of the things that I took was a nighttime cold and flu pill. Um, and again, this was 5 a.m., so I wasn't like, it's not like I was looking too far at the ingredients or any of whatnot. It was just nighttime cold and flu, helps with congestion. So I was like, all right. I took a couple of those pills, and there must have been there must have been some kind of like sleeping agent in it, like some kind of sleeping medication that helps you fall asleep, which makes sense because it's a nighttime cold and flu, so it's supposed to help you fall asleep, I guess. And it must have knocked me out because I woke up. I kid you not, I woke up probably 40 minutes ago. And I had just enough time to kind of wash my hair in the sink to kind of get out the bed head as much as I could. My hair was also a little bit greasy, but I didn't want to take a whole shower, but I wanted to look presentable for you guys, so I just like quickly washed my hair, in the sink. I put on a new pair of clothes. I used the bathroom. I had just enough time to pretty much get ready for the day, and then I jumped on here as soon as I could. But essentially, I took a nighttime cold and flu medicine that ended up just knocking me out, and I'm still pretty drowsy. Like, it still kind of feels like I'm in a little bit of a fog. So now I know not to have nighttime cold and flu medication at 5 a.m. You should have it before going to bed, not in the morning when you're about to wake up. All right, Naveed, I won't give everyone mod. I guess I was thinking like, okay, of course I washed my hands after using the bathroom, Fenrir. I was just thinking, as we continue to grow and as we continue to get more subscribers, I figured you guys could be the fundamentals. Like, pretty much everyone in the chat now is a mod, it seems like almost everyone, just because you guys are my firsts, you guys are my supporters, and so I figured as we grow, you guys could just continue to be mods. Like, I won't continue to keep giving people mods. I just figured since you guys were kind of the first ones here, that you guys could have that honor. Noob, I built your deck. Do you want me to use the Evo Valkyrie or the Evo Royal Giant? Because I see you said use the Valkyrie evolution. Oh no, you said the Witch evolution. But do we use the Valkyrie or the Royal Giant as our second one? I don't need any more, really. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've never had a YouTube channel, so I don't know how many. Don't know how many moderators is good, but I would think, I would think several, like maybe 4 or 5 would be decent. And right now we have that. I mean, we have Fenrir, we have Naveed, Rima, Noob, and I think one more. So that's 4-ish mods. But this is this is the deck we're going to be trying. Noob. I don't really use. I don't know why there's. I just realized there's 2 buildings. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes with 2 buildings. Thank you, Rima. Yeah, hopefully we can continue to grow. I don't actually think. It sounds like Noob doesn't want us to grow. I think he said one of the reasons why he watches the channel is because I'm a small, unpopular YouTuber, and it sounds like I don't know. Sounds like he may not keep watching me if I begin to grow, but I mean, that is the hope. The hope is to make this a career, because I'd love to do this. I'd love to do this full time. I'd love to love to wake up in the morning and jump on a stream, make a video. That's kind of what happened this morning. So, well, the Sparky I think is just going to continue to sit there and hit singular skeletons. Hopefully the flying machine can stay alive. All right. And then we'll just go for skeletons, I suppose. Do we even need it? I don't even think we need it. Alright. We'll go with this now. See if he, yeah, maybe it's a little bit risky to go just Royal Giant into nothing, but he just spent 5 elixir in the back, and, he wouldn't have time to do a Sparky and have it charge up, so we'll fireball that just because of the magic archer, really. And then hopefully we can surround the bowler. That's good enough. We'll take a hit, but I'm gonna get burnt out. Wait till the hate comes in. Thank you, Fenrir. Thank you for that wonderful positive comment of yours. Does this kill the E-Wiz? Okay, no, it doesn't, but pretty much. Alright. You know what? We'll go with this now. He probably has P.E.K.K.A. or a bowler, but we have a witch behind, so we should get at least a couple hits here. You was worried that Mom wouldn't stream today. Yeah, the thing was, I was much later than normal, and if you're just showing up, I explained why, but essentially what happened was I took this nighttime cold and flu medication at 5 a.m. when I woke up, and so, and I'm pretty sure it had some kind of, sleeping agent in it to help you sleep, because it was a nighttime cold and flu, and so it pretty much knocked me out, and I woke up at like 1 p.m. here, when I normally wake up, 2.5 hours earlier. So I took this kind of sleeping aid way too late, and so it ended up, yeah. Do I ever plan on paying for your insomnia meds? I mean, possibly, if we ever get monetized, if we ever start making money, I'll probably start giving back to you guys. So that may be a way that we can do it, if you really need insomnia medication. All right, noob, that was a solid Royal Giant deck. We did end up winning against, against a deck that we probably could have easily struggled against, just because he had, P.E.K.K.A. and Bowler and Sparky and a lot of heavy hitting cards. So that was not bad at all. That was not a bad deck. You lost 7 games in a row, KB, and uninstalled the game. Yeah, that sounds rough. I've been on those losing streaks. I know how it feels. This is not going to be a fun game either. This is a golem. Okay, I didn't think the mini P.E.K.K.A. was going to retarget onto the lumberjack there, so that's why I played the goblins. We're against Evo E-Dragon Golem, so yeah, this is probably not going to be a fun matchup. We'll just go with this at the bridge because he's pumping up. We don't have a big spell for the pump. Technically, we could Vines the pump, but I don't really think that's. Don't think that's a very don't think that's a very good idea. Just because it gets like very minimal tower damage. I don't really think it doesn't really damage the pump all that much either. So, what's the threshold of being a popular YouTuber? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the threshold would be. I would think maybe I don't know, maybe several thousand. I would think it'd need to be pretty decent. All right, we'll just go with the golem at the bridge now because we have the speed. I don't know why he's pumping up. We're in double elixir already, so I don't think pumps do a whole lot when you're already in double. And the golem is pretty much going to take care of that pump anyway. As long as we can defend another golem push for 20 seconds, then we'll be good. We'll just need to vines this. Please. Okay, he just uses lightning. Okay, we survive. We survive against a Golem Evo E Dragon. Typically typically that's not fun to play against, but I get your frustration, KB. You're a level 11 King Tower, and they're matching you up against level 13, 14. Yeah, and it seems like everyone's playing the broken heroes, Hero Knight, and whatnot. Is Pickles popular? I would think so. Yeah, I would consider that. I would consider that fairly popular. I mean, I think 30,000 is a pretty good amount of. It's kind of crazy to think about, but I think if I had my phone with me, I would. If I knew where my phone was, I would look it up. But I think there are some, like I think NFL football stadiums can hold like 50 or 60,000 people, and I've been to like, I think I've only been to one NFL game in my life, but it's just a massive building, and considering that you can fill half of that with 30,000 people, it's just, I would consider that pretty. I would consider 30,000 to be a really good amount of subscribers. No need to rub it in. No need to rub it in, Fenrir, about the lightning value. We are once again one game away from the next league. KB, you're wanting movie recommendations for tonight? I don't know. What kind of movie are you wanting to watch? Like, are you wanting to watch like a thriller, a horror movie? Are you wanting to watch action? What kind of mood are you in? What kind of genres do you like? We're gonna vines that just because that'll do a ton of damage. There is like a there is like, I remember watching a thriller. It was like a thriller horror movie that I remember watching, because I don't watch a ton of movies, but I do like kind of the thriller. Oh, I thought that hit was gonna kill it. I do like kind of the thriller horror movies, kind of the psychological ones that kind of mess with your mind a little bit. So there was one that I watched. It was called I think it was called Triangle or something. But it's kind of a unique. It's kind of like a psychological horror movie, and I thought it was really cool. I liked Triangle. It was just like it's one of those movies that kind of makes your mind bend a little bit. So I liked it. If you kind of like, if you like those style of movies, that's That's one I would definitely watch again. We're just gonna vines this just because it should kill the P.E.K.K.A. He does have his battle ram in hand though. So we're gonna defend this first. Oh, didn't mean to drop the. Didn't mean to drop the minions right onto his arrows. Alright, we can let the Golden Knight go. We just need to, we'll just vines this, heal this up. I think as long as the mini P.E.K.K.A. touches his tower, and it does, we're gonna win. We're gonna get to the Champion League. I mean, Fenrir, I wasn't necessarily meaning like a football stadium as in like a literal I was just thinking as far as quantity goes. Like I've been in a I wasn't thinking subscribers are like people who pay to get into a football match. I was thinking like just as far as quantity itself. Like I've been inside. I went to it was a Seattle Seahawks game, and I think I think Lumen Field, which is where they play, can hold like 60,000 people, and so it was just absolutely massive. I was just thinking as far as like I was trying to visualize how many people 30,000 is, and it would fill like a complete half of that stadium. And so I was just thinking 30,000 is a lot of people. It's a lot of subscribers. Obviously, it's not the same because you don't have to pay to watch. You don't have to pay to subscribe like you have to pay to get into a football game. But I was just thinking as far as sheer number goes. As far as 30,000 goes, it's a lot of people. So I think this is where the no golden steps begins. So I'm expecting this next league to be a difficult climb. There are no golden steps. There are no golden steps. So we'll just jump into the next game without wasting any time. We are up against Aziz the Great, except he's Aziz the Great Jr. Alright, so his first Evo, okay. This looks like Royal Giant. Of course, my Bard Barrel... Wait, what the... Okay. Never mind, this does not look like Royal Giant. This is like a... It's like a fake Royal Giant, because he had Hunter and Ghost, which, you know, which typically tells you Royal Giant, but no, this is something else. We are going to hold on to our Bard Barrel for the Ghost. Energy drink, yes, it is an energy drink. This is actually not the energy drink I normally have. Normally I drink a different kind of energy drink, but I don't know. I figured we would try something different today, I guess. So, I mean, I pretty much had just enough time. I pretty much had just enough time today to roll out of bed quickly give my hair a wash, get a quick change of clothes, and then bring an energy drink with me. But I didn't want to. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. I wanted to. I wanted to. I had kept you guys waiting for long enough. I was already late enough, so I, you know, just figured we would not dilly-dally, not waste any time, and just get right into it. I think we're definitely gonna lose that second tower. We'll let the musketeer take it because we're not even. Because we're not defending that, not with pigs. So we kind of have to go in, and he could 3 musketeers the base at any time. So that is something to keep in mind. Alright, he's not going to. Because he went with that, we'll go with Golem in the back. We don't... you know what, we'll respawn them. I think the Musketeer might... Okay, he's not going to target him. Alright, I think if we do this, we should hold on to the tower, just barely. We'll heal this up, we'll Vines the Ghost, and that is going to be a good game. We 3 Musketeers are a difficult matchup, so... okay, Fenrir, I get it. I'm putting goblins into the fireball. Okay, I get it. I'm not playing great. It's because I'm still woozy. I'm still fuzzy in the head. So I woke up an hour ago. You got to give me a little bit of slack here. You thought that Mormonism forbids caffeine? No, it doesn't. It doesn't forbid it. I think what it just cautions against. It kind of cautions to be wary of things that could be addicting, and caffeine could, could be addicting. I guess anything can technically be. I mean, I guess anything can be addicting. Video games can be addicting and whatnot. But it's just, I think because when you do, like when you are addicted to something, it takes away your ability to choose in a sense, right? I missed your chat, KB. I guess I did. What did you say? You were asking about my top movie, or is this, or was that another chat? Sorry, I missed it. I'm addictive. Breathing is addicting as well. All right. Well, you guys are just trolling. You guys know what I mean. I mean, obviously, I don't mean things that are like a necessity to do. I just mean, you know what? What was that? What was that? Okay. Is what I'm saying. I'm not all there today. All right, give me a break. I'm not 100%. I think that's why, that's why gambling is gambling is cautioned against, because that also kind of, it addicts you, it draws you in. Alcohol kind of does the same thing. Drugs are also very addictive. So you can just click on people's names. Whenever I click on people's names, it just says, what, you click the channel activity? Is that how you see it? I don't know. I'm not. Can I play Giant Graveyard? Yeah, I could play Giant Graveyard. I could give that a try. See see how it goes. I've played Giant Graveyard before, and you know it's gone okay. It's gone decent. I think we're gonna go with this. He's used his wall breakers. And now we can just go with a baby dragon to... Hopefully the mini P.E.K.K.A can target the mighty miner. Alright. We'll tank the right side. He's gonna poison as well. Alright, yeah, that's gonna be pretty well defended. I mean, we'll get a fire spirit on the tower, but like... I do loot, yeah. Alright, I know I do YouTube for... I mean, I don't know if it's considered for a living. Just because I don't know, I think in order to make a living off of something, you need to be... You need to have money coming in, right? You need to have an income in order for it to be a living. And I currently do not. Currently do not have money coming in, but I mean... Yeah, maybe I should... Maybe I should be more knowledgeable. Maybe I should be more knowledgeable on what to... Maybe I should be more knowledgeable when it comes to YouTube. Alright, so you click on their name and then go to channel activity to see their name, or to see their... Alright, so we know now he has poison. I think we're going to be back to another golem, so we'll actually go with that here. Just because we can. I think this is gonna be an L. Why are you not modded? I don't know. I guess Naveed cautioned against having too many mods, so I guess I haven't made everyone a mod yet. Because I guess the thought was that I could have several, because then, you know, then as the channel grows, you guys could continue. I mean, I wouldn't add anyone else after a certain time. It would just, you guys being my first supporters would kind of be the mods. But then I guess everyone in the chat is going to be a mod for some while until we start growing a little bit. But if I make $1,000 from YouTube, I can give you $100. Don't know about that one. I do love you, KB, but I don't know if I'm just going to give you money for free. But, you know, alright, Noob wants me to play a giant graveyard deck, so we'll do that. I don't actually think we need to go into the classic challenge mode. I think I have Evo Witch and Evo Snowball unlocked, so... Noob, yeah, I mean, I will give you guys past Royales for tournaments and whatnot, so I guess that is a way in which I'll give back to you guys by having little tournaments with rewards. I'm also thinking, I'm trying to find out a way where maybe we can gift more than a past Royale. Maybe we can, like, I'm trying to see if there's, like, do you guys have any ideas of like other little Clash Royale things that we can give? Like, I was thinking for a second, like, maybe for a future tournament, the first place person could win. First place person could win like a pass Royale, but then also like a Clash Royale plushie or something, like a little Hog Rider pillow, or like a Hog Rider hammer, or like some other kind of Clash Royale merch. But then I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that would work, because it's like, in order to send you guys that stuff, I would like need your address, and I'm like, that would be weird to ask for. Like, that would just seem sketchy. I'm like, maybe, but then it's like just giving you the money to like buy Clash Royale merch yourself just seems a little bit less meaningful. Like, here's $20 seems less meaningful than like, here's some special Clash Royale merch. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way. Trying to figure out a way where we can give away more than just a pass, right? Where we can give away other Clash Royale merch, or other cool things. Maybe even a gift card to like, a gift card to your guys' favorite restaurants or something, right? I'm just trying to figure out a way where we can maybe do that, where we can maybe gift more than just a pass. I think giant graveyard decks typically, I know they often have minions and guards. Is the last one arrows? Is that the last card? Giant graveyard bowler. We have those. Is arrows the last card? Let me know when you give away a 5'3" Gotham Army. Okay, we're not trafficking here. I'm not giving away a human. That's not how this works. You're gonna spend it on cigarettes instead of plushies. Yeah, see that's what I was worried. That's what I was worried about. I'm like, if we just like it just feels. I mean, not only could you guys like spend it on anything that you wanted, like irresponsible, but it feels a little bit like less. It feels a little bit less sincere. Like, if you get a Christmas gift from someone and you open it up and it's like a $20 bill, like, yeah, you appreciate it. Yeah, it's meaningful, but like, I don't know. It seems like it's more meaningful if they've like picked out a gift for you, right? If they've like gone shopping, if they've picked out something specific for you, it feels a little bit more meaningful. So I was like, use arrow and pancake. So I'm guessing that's the mini P.E.K.K.A you want me to use. But what card should I replace? What card should I replace for mini P.E.K.K.A? Should we take out one of these two? Should we take out guards or minions and replace it with mini P.E.K.K.A? Can you spend it on crack? Okay. Well, here's the thing. That's the thing. That's why I'm debating. Like, I don't just want to like give you guys. I don't just want to like have cash as the prize. I want to be like. I think it'd be cool to say, here's a Pass Royale and here's some Clash Royale merch as well. But if it's just here's a Pass Royale and here's $30 that you can spend on cocaine for all I know, it's like I don't know. Noob, what should I replace mini P.E.K.K.A with? We don't have a ton of air defense, so should we replace mini P.E.K.K.A with guards? Or do we need Evo Snowball? Yeah, KB, the day you don't join my stream, I would have lost a son. All right. Okay, if you're a Supercell creator, you can give away exclusive emotes and stuff. That's pretty cool. I guess that'll be a good. Okay, so it sounds like you use the witch to spawn skeletons, and so we don't need guards. We need mini P.E.K.K.A instead. All right. What hero? What hero should we use? Hero Mini P, Hero Giant. Which one? Change guards. Okay. We swapped out guards. Now it's just a matter of deciding which hero we're gonna use. Okay, Fenrir is lion. You're not a miner. Come on, Fenrir. You're how old are you? Like you said you're like 23, right? 23, 24. Hero giant. All right, we are gonna be playing this giant graveyard deck. Now we know why you're Josh's favorite. Come on, no, I'm not. I'm not. Fenrir is not my favorite because he's not even a minor. He's my age. All right. Looks like we're against Hog 2.6. It kind of feels weird not having. It feels weird not having the hero mini P.E.K.K.A. Like I'm so used to having just a button on the side where you can heal it, but it's like there's no button where you can heal the mini P.E.K.K.A. Yeah, he's playing a Hog 2.6 deck. We'll let that bowler go. I mean, we have enough for a graveyard, but I think that would be a bit of an over commitment. Okay, that is going to be on the tower, so we're going to have to try and kill that. We'll actually go. Okay, we're not going to have enough for giant. All right, we are winning in damage right now. And the Evil Witch is actually going to take that tower. So as long as we can defend, we're going to hit him with the well played because he played Evo Skeletons into a witch that just splashed him. What is this guy? Is this guy giving up? Looks like maybe he has. All right, well, that feels good. It always feels good beating a Hog 2.6 player, no matter what deck you're using. Yeah, this is Jinxie's deck. I used to watch him a bit more. I haven't watched him a ton recently. But yeah, this was the deck he always. This was the deck he always played. Yeah, he gave up. It does feel good making a Hog 2.6 player rage quit. Okay, Fenrir, you're getting awfully close to a. Josh touched me. No, I did not. That is not even. Alright, that was probably a bit of an overcommitment with the mini P.E.K.K.A. We probably didn't even need to defend that side. NKB's calling the police. Okay. With this, I'm thinking we can just go late minions on here, and then we can snowball this away, and hopefully that one minion comes back to help out. Alright, we're just gonna have to tank the left. We don't have enough for any on the okay, that's better. He touched our lives. Okay. That is a much better way of putting it. I was a bit concerned when you with that first. I think even if he goes, the bowler should be in range to. Okay. Use spell on the magic archer. I mean, the only spell I have is arrows. I guess snowball's here as well, but it's not really gonna do should I spell the magic archer? I mean, it's not really gonna do. We're gonna go with a giant just to tank the bandit, and then we can go with a graveyard as well. We will have arrows ready. We'll do that just to clear off the ghouls from the ghost. We have Evo Snowball now to defend. And we're just going to arrow all of this. It's not going to kill the magic archer, but it will for the most part, I guess. He's going to try and protect it. We're just going to go in with a graveyard again. I think we can snowball this ghost back. And that is going to be another win with giant graveyard. It is a very no skill deck. You don't need too many brain cells to be able to play it. So if you're wanting to push trophies but not exert too much brain power, then that is the deck to use for sure. Fenrir, where did that come from? Alright, what you guys are talking about, Zins. The thing is, the job that I used to have when I worked at a car dealership, there would be, like, sometimes you would open up a desk to, like, you'd open up to someone's. No one really had specific desks. Like, it was just, you would kind of just sit wherever, you would take your customers wherever, so no one had, like, a dedicated spot, but people kind of have desks where they like to sit and where they liked to store their things. And so sometimes I would open up a desk to see if there was like a pen or something in there, and sometimes I would see one of those little Zin packets. It's just, people. Some of the other salespeople there were using actually quite a few. So it's like sometimes you would open a desk and you would just see a pack of Zins there. He has Tornado as well. Is this a I don't know what kind of deck this is. Alright, we're just gonna have to let that respawn and then probably go goblins. He's gonna pump. So you know what? We're gonna respawn this. We're gonna go in. I think we can heal it after this. Why does I hate how the mini packages, the animation takes so long where it and it heals up and okay. All right, I'm not gonna. I wish the animation was a little bit quicker. Like whenever you hit the heal, I wish it healed almost instantly, because I don't think it actually got a second hit off. Alright, we're gonna Golem in the same lane, just because I think with this deck you typically want to go same lane when you're playing against Golem. We're gonna go with this low and kind of a baby dragon high. The Evo E dragon is is really the only thing that's being a nuisance. We're just gonna vines this to not take a bunch of damage. We do need to get damage on his side though. There's only 10 seconds, so as long as we can get even just a couple goblin chips on the tower. As long as we can respawn this. Okay, yeah, he knows what we're going for here. We will level up the mini P.E.K.K.A. I don't think we can vine cycle because we would need... we would need 3 vines. Okay, we're going to take the other tower somehow. Naveed, what are you saying? Don't think I'm ignoring your matches. You just don't like watching Golem? Alright, so it's just it's just incredibly boring when I'm playing Golem and my opponent is playing Golem. Is that it? Alright, well, I mean, what deck would you want me to switch to? Like, I think I do have some wild cards from the past. We do have some wild cards. So we also do have 7 Evo shards. So should we try to switch up the deck at all? Like, should we try to put something else in and should we try to upgrade, maybe get an Evo for another deck, or should we just keep... Yeah, that me getting hit in the face with my brother is funny. Yeah, he enjoyed that quite a bit as well. Your brother looks more good, by the way. Alright, removing moderator from Naveed. Just kidding. Also, what do you mean by that? He's 14, and you're saying my brother looks good? Can we get this guy banned? Naveed, can we get him out of here? I'm just kidding. Yeah, he does enjoy hitting me in the face as well. I think you can see, like you can see in the bomb tower video, the bomb tower pigs video. I think in most videos you can see, like, whenever he gets a good hit in, like whenever he splashes a balloon right on my head, or just like whenever he hits his mark. Whenever he hits his mark, he starts laughing just because I mean, Titan wants to play 2v2. We'll join in with him. I guess Fenrir, you're online as well. Fenrir and Pickles are the other 2 people online. So do you guys want to join the other team? Titan and Josh versus Fenrir and Pickles. That would be a fun match. I'm more like a husband of Mother Witch. What are you calling me old? Because the Mother Witch is like an old hag. Call your brother on stream one day. You'd love to interact with him. He's actually in the other room. I could call him in right now, technically. Yeah, I mean, he's 10 feet that way, behind a couple walls, but we're waiting in a 2v2. We're waiting in a 2v2 battle to see if Fenrir and Pickles want to join a game. I'm more handsome that... Okay. The first part of that text was really nice. JK, you're more handsome. I was like, okay, good. And then I read the second part, and it's like, okay, and he leaks elixir. Okay, again, why? You had me in the first half. You know how to draw me into your message and then just take a completely different turn. Yeah, Fenrir is 9. That's the second child you've made a comment on today. Can we get this man arrested? I don't know what kind of I don't know what kind of police or whatever they have in India, but call him. Call him up. Fenrir, by the way, we're waiting for you, man. We're waiting for you in the game. We need you in. You and Pickles both hopped off. All right, I guess we're not doing a. Guess we're not doing a 2v2. We'll jump into another. We'll jump into another rank match. Alright, this guy's playing Giant and Minions. Is this guy's only win condition just Skeleton Barrel? We will have the goblins ready just in case he went with the ability there. I think the Skeleton Barrel is probably evoed as well, so we'll keep that in mind for the next one. We will respawn the goblins though. Still get a little bit of damage, and he had to spend 2 elixir into it. So we're just gonna go with this just to get to our baby dragon, just because if his next skeleton barrel is evoed, then we are probably gonna need it. It probably would have been nice to have the bard barrel as well, but they nerfed the range to 3.5 tiles for the musketeer. Yeah, I think that was a good change for sure. I think it definitely needed. Like, they used to just be able to play it pretty much at the bridge, and it would. I mean, they would play it at the bridge, and it would. Especially when the deploy time used to be. Okay, the mortar's on the tower. We're just gonna go. I hate that I'm having to spend more and more elixir over here. And this guy's using a really quick mortar cycle deck. We will have to vines, I think, the musketeer, just because. Should have done it a second earlier, so the baby dragon would have still been alive. He's probably going to go with a mortar with this. I guess he doesn't need to. He just needs to cycle another fireball or just get any skeleton on the tower. And I think because the cycle's so quick, he's going to be back to fireball already. Well, we gave it our best. I think what we needed to do there was probably. I think with Golem, you want to go same lane as them. Just because when you're spending elixir to defend their push, you're also piling up support cards to support your golem, and I think our mistake there is that we I think my mistake there was going in the other lane, because then I had to spend minions and goblins and I had to spend a bunch of elixir in the other lane, and didn't end up supporting the golem, and ended up getting a lot of damage anyway. So I guess the lesson is even if we have more damage on a certain on a certain tower, just go in the same lane that they're going. All right, we'll keep going. We will keep going. Overall, it's like I do like the hero goblins in this deck. I don't know if they're, yeah, I guess I don't know technically if they're a better fit than guards or whatnot, but Naveed, what's up? Do I know where Johnny lives? I don't know. I mean, I just know he says he's from Kerala, but I have no idea. Are you talking about like his exact address? Because if so, I do not know. Hopefully that snipes that, and then I think we can. Go with this over here. Ooh. Alright, we're going to heal this up and Vines, and I think that should take his tower. Wait, why did it retarget onto the... Okay, I guess the Valkyrie pushed it off. No, not Corolla. Corolla, that's a type of Toyota. Isn't Corolla spelled with a K, right? Corolla, K-E-R-A... K-E-R-A-L-A, Corolla. Okay, you know what? Alright, you know what? Not Corolla. I just... clearly I don't know what I'm... Clearly I don't know how to pronounce it, but Corolla is just a type of car that I used to sell it at the dealership because we had a Toyota dealership nearby, so maybe I'm just used to Corolla, but not... What is it? Is it Corolla? How do you say it? Alright. Not going to be a ton of fun to get through a P.E.K.K.A. and Evo Executioner, but I guess technically we don't need to. We just need to defend for 15 seconds. And as long as we can do that, then we will be good. And it looks like we will. So we are going to win against P.E.K.K.A. and Evo Executioner. So, Kerala, is that how you say it? Kerala? Alright. Yeah, Rima's from Italy. We got representation from North America, from Europe, from Asia. Alright. Fenrir, we were waiting for you, man. We were waiting for you in the game. It would have been fun to play, but Naveed, you're actually 18? I thought you were older. I thought you were like in your 20s, but all right. All right. Well, misplayed baby dragon by me there. Don't degrade you. Okay, we're not degrading you. I'm sure you can. I mean, maybe you are young, but for my at least you don't look young. Like before I had this kind of patchy scruff, before I had this, I looked really young. I looked probably I looked probably 16 at most. So yeah, I looked like a young dude, even though I was older. And so, you know, sometimes because obviously I worked at a car dealership. Some people would come in to buy a car and they would be like questioning if I was old enough, to even be working there. And I'm like, yes, I'm old enough to be working here. I'm not 16. Um, you look 40. All right, don't be that hard on yourself. You can't. Surely you don't look that bad. We'll just tank the fire spirit and go with this. Um, when he goes with if and when he goes with his drill, we can go with a baby dragon on it. These decks are typically a nightmare to get through, just because of the incredibly quick cycle. And it's like, even though he used his poison there, technically his cycle is so quick that he can get back to it. Hold on, we might be in business here. As long as the mini P.E.K.K.A can get a hit on the tower. It's not going to. Like, you could see, like, there, it looked like we were gonna win. It looked like we were gonna win on that push. But we just didn't. It's just his cycle is so quick. I guess the bright side is that he doesn't have Royal Delivery. That's a good thing. Royal Delivery is typically very annoying to get through. So at least he doesn't have that. The bad news is, doesn't really look like it matters. Looks like he's gonna win regardless. Alright, this is actually, hold on, this is closer. This is closer than it should be. As long as we don't die to the next drill, I'm thinking we should win on the next one. We should win on the next push as long as we can survive against this. And it looks like we do. We do finally break through the drill. Fenrir, you wanted to ask me something? Go right ahead. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Naveed, you hate Fenrir? You hate Johnny for some reason? Yeah, KB, I'm not ever gonna try cigarettes. It seems like one of those things that yeah, I'm kind of with Naveed. I like to be healthy. I like to stay away from drugs and substances and whatnot. So I probably won't ever try. Holy. Okay. We're gonna have our work cut out for us here. I think this guy had a he had like a 120 finish, a 319th finish. This guy has all the top finishes. He got the 20-win challenge one year as well. So this is going to be probably the most competitive person we've played yet. Because last stream, we didn't actually face. I don't think we faced anyone that had a top finish, and now we are. And this guy's playing Royal Giant as well. And Royal Giant is typically tough. It's typically tough to typically tough to win against, especially since I wasted my mini P.E.K.K.A. Alright, note to self. How do you know if someone likes you, Fenrir? That's a question that I wish I knew the answer to. This is actually really bad because I kind of have to. I'm gonna have to waste minions just to get to goblins because we need to save the mini P.E.K.K.A. for the Royal Giant. And now we used our goblins, so now we don't have anything to block the fishermen. I guess we're going to have to bar barrel. Next time he goes with it, we're going to have to... Alright, I'm assuming he's going to go in here. So we'll go with this to block the fishermen. Vines on everything. And there's still just nothing we can do. Am I comfortable with the Hero Goblins button on the left? Yes. I am. I just never respawned it because he, I just didn't feel like it would get... Didn't feel like it would get any value. But yeah, we don't have enough time here to win. Doesn't matter whether or not we get to the tower or not. It's not enough time. But yeah, that guy was it's hard to know if people in the this guy was a pro. He's part of an esports group as well. It's hard to know if are you talking to me, KB, or someone in the chat about not answering your questions. I'm guessing I'm just gonna assume you're talking to someone in there just because I don't know. But that was a tough matchup. It seems like whenever I go against a top player, they're always playing that Royal Giant deck. There was someone I made a video I think about a month or so ago. Played a video about a month or so ago, and we also played another top player with like he had like a top 100 finish. Very good player, and he was also playing that. He was playing that same Royal Giant deck. You talking to me? Okay, I'm sorry. What did you ask me? You said, "How old are you, Mario?" Am I Mario? Alright, this guy's using Graveyard Freeze. Is it that bad? When I read the chat, it's like I'm staring into your soul? Really? I'm just trying to read the I don't know how else I... Okay, Rima's... Okay, so you were asking Rima how old he was? Yeah, I'm not all there today. It's like, have any of you guys ever taken like a Benadryl? Like, have any of you guys taken Benadryl? Like, because I know that's something that makes you really sleepy and really woozy. I think it's supposed to help with headaches. But like, it's also one of those kind of medications that makes you really sleepy. That's kind of how I feel right now. Like, it kind of feels like I've taken a Benadryl and I'm just like a little bit woozy, a little bit fuzzy in the head. So we'll go with a Golem now because We're in double. He used his graveyard already, and he's gonna have to cycle back to his Evo cage. That is not gonna be. That's not gonna be too fun. We're just gonna go goblins in the other lane just because it's not. It's not even gonna do any good having it in the same lane with the bowler there. And the Evo Inferno Dragon is just gonna cook me. He's calling out good luck. Alright, you know what? We'll go with this now, because he's kind of preparing for a massive push, so if we go with this now, that kind of forces him to, like, try and go in earlier, probably earlier than he would want to. We're going to split goblins just because he does have freeze, so we do not want that Inferno Tower, or we don't want that Inferno Dragon getting on the tower. Now we can go with this again. If he wants to go in with a graveyard, he can. Oh man, the Evo Inferno Dragon is just the worst card in the world. Alright, we'll go like this. It's the Tornado as well. He has Tornado and the Hero Wizard, which has a Tornado of its own. So he's able to splash everything constantly. Yeah, there was no chance with that. Fenrir, did you ever ask me? Did you ever ask me what you were gonna? I know you texted way earlier in the chat saying that you wanted to. Oh, did you want to ask how to know if someone likes you? Is that what you were asking? The thing is, I couldn't tell you. Like, I'm assuming you're talking about women because you are straight, I would assume. And they are very complicated creatures, so I couldn't tell you, honestly. If you're wanting to know if someone likes you or not, all I can say is you'll probably know when they flat out tell you, if they ever do that. But I wish I could give you better advice. I wish I could give you better advice, but I'm just as clueless as you, honestly. You know, like I said earlier, it's gonna be a blind leading the blind moment. I don't know. I just, yeah. I don't know how to tell if somebody likes you or not. I would just say, all right, this guy's using Evil Mortar, which is typically a bit troublesome for Golem to get through, just as the highest health building in the game. Actually, does Mortar? I mean, maybe Expo has a bit more health, but Mortar is just Mortar and Cannon Cart both. And Mega Knight as well. Alright, we'll go like this. We will respawn with the ability, because a couple of those should go through the tower, and he has to spend a bit more. I'm fine with that. Alright. There's this woman, a receptionist in the hospital. She's nice and talkative. She isn't really chatty with anyone else. She always smiles at you. Okay, you're wondering if she likes you? Honestly, I'm all with I'm with KB. I would ask her to do something with you. Maybe you don't ask. Maybe you don't ask as far as an exclusive thing, right? I don't know how many friends you have or how many, like how wide your social group is or how wide her social group is. But I would say typically as a rule of thumb, it's probably a good idea to start doing things with a group of people first. Um, like I would say maybe say, hey, do you want to go to like this certain I don't know what events you have there, but you want to go to this certain this certain bowling alley or mini golf range or whatever with this group of people instead of just being like, hey, do you want it to be just us two going out? I would just okay, we're actually gonna vines this just because that'll reset it onto the golem. And we'll go with goblins to hopefully distract the mortar. The evil furnace is dead, but the baby dragon is still alive. And we'll actually go with this, just because of the baby dragon being alive. We'll go with this. Vines the mortar. And baby dragon, or mini peck is going to be on the tower. If it had gotten another hit, that would have been game over. But the log ended up saving him there. But yeah, I would just say from my experience, if you do have a little bit of a social, a bit of a social group that you can ask to go with you as well, like I would typically not necessarily be just you and her for the first time. I would say it always kind of seems like a good idea to do something with a group of people and then spend time with her that way. And it should also help her feel a little bit more comfortable as far as, there being other people there. And then, if you still like her, if you guys enjoy your time together, then asking her on more one-on-one things after that could be a good idea. Alright, we now have 2 golems on the board. That mortar is going to get just shredded. And yeah, we have 2 golems going towards his tower, and that should do it. That should do it. And my guy is still happy. Okay, he's hitting me with the good game, so we'll say that as well. Let me read back on the messages because I missed some during that game. You been getting traction lately? You had a mild glow up. All right, Fenrigger. Things have been different. It's just people being nice in general because of the arm sling. Well, so you think that because you're like going through physiotherapy because you had an accident, you think that people are. You think people could be just being kind out of pity? I mean, it's possible, but I would say here's my word of advice. My advice would be you're only in control of you. You're only in control of you, right? You can worry all you want about, are people just being nice to me because of the arm sling? Is she just talking to me because, I'm a patient in the hospital? Is she just talking? Like, you can worry all you want about that sort of thing. But don't, because you're not in control of that, right? No matter how much you try to worry about it, you're not going to be able to control what she thinks, what other people think. You're not in control of how other people see you. Like, you're never going to be able to control that. So there's no point in worrying about it because it's completely out of your control. The only thing that you control is your own actions. And honestly, that's why, let's say worst case scenario, let's say you ask her and she's like, I don't know, know I have a boyfriend or something, right? Worst case scenario, you did all that you could do. You focused on what you could control. You did the best that you could do, and there's nothing to be ashamed at because of that. So I would just say that would be my word of advice. Focus on what you can control. It doesn't matter. There's just, I don't know. There's no point. I've spent most of my life worrying about how other people would see me or what other people think of me, and kind of trying to change myself to be what I thought they would like or that they would be appealing to me. But I guess I just realized I'm not in control of that. I'm never going to be able to control how people see me, essentially. And so that's just what I would focus on. Again, it does seem like a very obvious thing. Like it's not some breakthrough. It's not some brilliant piece of advice. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm, Socrates or something. But it's just something that I learned from my own experience. Just stop worrying about how other people see you. Stop worrying about what they might say or what they might think, because it's not a healthy thing, and I spent too much time doing that. So. Oh, I think the vines got down a little bit too late there. Alright, so we are up against Hog Mega Knight. Oh, I meant to cycle that in the other lane. I guess it doesn't really matter, because I was just kind of playing that to cycle, but would have liked to play that on the left-hand side. What was that? We're going to hit him with the well played, just because. What was that dash? What was that ability? He's going to use the dash again. We're just going to have to tank a couple executioner shots. He's going to go Mega Knight over there, so we'll go Golem in the same lane. If he goes Hog, we can go with this and hopefully only take one hit. Okay, take 2 hits. And now we're back to a mini P. We actually, are we going to be able to get back to even another? You know what? We're going to Vines this, because the baby dragon is going to go for it. We're back to another Golem, so we'll try to squeeze it in front of the furnace. And somehow the Evo Executioner is still alive. Not the Evo, just the regular Executioner. I think that's going to do it. I think that's going to do it. We're not going to be able to stop that push. W Goleming into Mega Knight. I mean, it wasn't an Evo Mega Knight, though. It was just a normal one. Oh man, I'll be honest, it feels like I've gotten more woozy throughout this stream. Like, I started and I felt okay, but now it almost feels like the medicine is kicking in now, but I took it like 10 hours ago. I'm the dream enemy everyone wants in-game. Thank you. Thank you, Fenrir. I should create a Discord community? I guess I could. I wouldn't... I wouldn't be opposed to that. I guess I just, yeah, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't be opposed to making a Discord. But I don't know. I guess I haven't yet. But if that's something that you guys would want, if that's something that you guys would participate in, then yeah, I would create it for you guys. I think if that's something that you guys would want, then yeah, I might make a little Discord group. Okay, he's gonna mess that up, and Mini P.E.K.K.A took 10 years to choose to target something, and it eventually didn't even get a shot off. Yeah, we're spending a lot of elixir, so if he goes with a these hyperbait decks, man, they're just. You like the idea of starting a community? Yeah, I do as well. I think that actually would be a good idea. So maybe I will start one. I don't really know how. I do have a Discord, but I'm just part of somebody else's. I'm part of another YouTuber. So I might look into how to. Yeah, I might look into how to start one, and maybe we can. Maybe I'll start a little Discord, and we can have a little community of people there, and I'll probably, if and when I make one, I'll probably, put the link in my bio or something so that you guys can join. I think. All right, we'll just go with this. At the bridge, we will tank the Dart Goblin, and thankfully he's choosing to defend instead of spam us. Okay, never mind. We are gonna choose to respawn the goblins just because they're there on his tower. Ooh, it's gonna pull the Mini P.E.K.K.A as well. I really wish we could have hit the vines on the Dart Goblin. Oh, okay, it's over. Are you happy? Are you happy, Edward, with your spam deck working out for you? Fenrir, there's not going to be a femboy roleplay server. You can voice chat on Discord. Okay, that would be cool. I know yeah, we could maybe voice chat might be fun. Again, there's not going to be a femboy server, but you can keep dreaming, Fenrir. I guess that's all right. You think Edward is happy? Yeah, I think so as well. He did seem like a happy guy. Let's spectate Noob. Let's see what he's up to. Noob is just 90 trophies away or so from 11,000 trophies, so you're almost there. You're almost there, Noob. I think your opponent might have given up, so we're gonna BM him because he is a Mega Knight Hog Rider user. So the BM is justified. We're gonna. I think Noob is only a couple games away from. Wait, no, not friendly battle. Yeah, it looks like he's about 2 games away from 11,000. So let's see if he can. See if he can get there. And he's going to be using the Broken Witch as well. I mean, not as broken as it was when it came out, but all right. Another Mega Knight Witch user. I think the last guy played Mega Knight Witch as well. And that Mega Knight jumping, I think it knocked the Valkyrie close enough to the witch so that it could splash it. So you want me to spectate you? All right. Well, I'll spectate you after this game. We'll spectate you afterwards, and he's using Bowler. Yeah, he does have a couple tanks for the bow. He's Bowler and Mega Knight, both of which are pretty good answers. All right. Yeah, as soon as if you jump into a game afterwards, Naveed, we can spectate you. And this guy's just going with the maximum brain rot push with just Evo Witch, Evo Mega Knight. No skill is required to make that push. Oh. Alright, maybe a little bit of an overcommitment on the snowball. Maybe a bit of an overcommitment on the snowball, but you're still in it. Neither of you guys have taken much damage, but it will be difficult to break through with an Expo against Bowler and Mega Knight. Alright. Can you get a foot cam? No, you cannot. There is not going to be a foot cam. Oh no, I think that mini peck is going to go for the tower. Alright, you pulled it back. Did have to sacrifice an Ice Wizard, but you are winning. He does have that card, though. Oh, hold on. There it is. Alright, you got an Expo lock with the Evo Snowball. Nice. That's what I like about Evo Snowball. Even if they have tanks there, as long as you suck it into the Evo Snowball, you can get a lock even if they have a tank. This is looking undefendable, though. And it is. I mean, you gave it your best. You gave it your best shot. You gave it your best shot, noob. Naveed, I don't see you online, but if you want me to spectate you, we can. Alright, Naveed has hopped online. Let's see, what deck do you use again? You're a Mega Knight user, Naveed. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. Don't like Mega Knight, but if it works for you, then, you know, fair enough. Alright, let's see how you do, Naveed. And you're going to be against the Evo Mega Knight, so see how that goes. Level 16 as well. Let's see what your card levels are, because your E-Wiz is 13. All right, Valkyrie and Witch are both 15, so you're not too underleveled then. And all right, that's gonna. All right, Mini Peck is gonna get a hit, but that could have been worse. Yeah, that definitely could have been worse. It's also going to be using the furnace. All right, this is kind of this is an interesting deck. It's like it's like a bait deck. It's kind of funny because it seems like the deck that Noob uses is like Evo Witch, Evo Valkyrie mixed with Expo, and your deck is like Evo Witch, Evo Valkyrie mixed with bait, and then Hog Rider thrown in there. So this is kind of a interesting combination, but alright, I think the witch should stay alive. Okay, nope, never mind. Thought I was going to heal from the skeletons, but this might be a little bit troublesome. At least the Ewis stays alive. This does kind of feel like, I mean, Brain Rot Cycle. I mean, you are playing Mega Knight, right? Is that your last card? Because that was. All right, we'll laugh at him. We'll laugh at him because he missed the log there, and that hog is still going to get a hit. So Evil Valkyrie is going to do a pretty good job of that. You're in a good spot. You're in a. Yeah, this is a mid ladder. This does feel like a mid ladder deck. It's like bait with hog with Evo Witch, and yep, the Mega Knight comes down as well. I mean, all that hog needs is one hit, and you're gonna get it as well. So we'll be in this guy. He's not happy. Good game, Naveed. Good game. We'll jump into a game. We'll jump into our game ourselves. We're up against Pepe. Hard watch. I mean, I think any game with both opponents using Mega Knight is going to be a little bit of a hard watch, at least for me. Royal Ghost. This could mean either Bridge Spam or Royal Giant. And it looks like... Is this some... I know there are some Royal Giant variants that have, like, Mother Witch. Is Zappy's one of those variants as well, or not? Why not start a clan of mine only? I don't know. I'm already part of a clan with Fenrir, and I'm loyal to that clan. Like I like being a part of it. I like all the people there. It's another YouTuber's clan, and I don't really want to leave her clan just to start my own. So that's the reason why I haven't started one, is just because I like the clan I'm in now. I think everyone is. I mean, people are active enough. You know, there's enough activity in when it comes to war and when it comes to, you know, activity in the chat. So I just like the clan I'm in. So that's why I haven't created my own chat or my own clan. But I have talked about doing that with maybe a new account that I make. Like I've talked about, if I make a new account to kind of start from scratch and climb up from 0 trophies back up to 10,000. Like if I create an alternate account, I'll probably make a... Alright, he's going to go... He has Golem as well, so we're both going to go Golem in the same lane. It comes down to whose support troops are better. We both have Mini P.E.K.K.A. We both have Baby Dragon. He has Lightning, though. We'll go with this just to absorb... Okay, no, Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to go in front, so... We actually both ended up getting pretty much the same damage. Both of our towers are at 3,300, but... Now this time he has the evil baby dragon. So we're going to have to wait for this to lock onto... Actually, no, we're not going to. We're going to go with a baby dragon to heal... Alright. You know what? We're gonna vines these just because the baby dragon will splash and kill them all. Um, and now we will go Golem again. Um, we have our Evo again. We'll go with this kind of high up to try and just DPS this Golem as quick as we can. And then we'll also vines. Hopefully we can keep our mini P.E.K.K.A alive. This is bad. We're not really breaking through. I mean that was a push with both of our Evos, and we still couldn't get really any damage. I think it's just the zappies, man. It's just the zappies that are messing me up. We can tank those zappies just because we don't really care about that side. I mean, we have both of our Evos again, but I don't think it's even gonna matter. All right, well that was a sweaty game, and we did not end up coming out on top. Noob, where are you at as far as trophies? You've fallen back down a couple games. You're back at 890. Noob is struggling to get through a Valkyrie and a cannon cart, which is understandable because those are both pretty tanky cards. Snap is here. How's it going, Snap? How are you today? I mean, I don't know about that Evo Snowball. This is tough to break through. All right, Noob. Looks like a rough matchup there. KB wants a. What are you saying? Okay. Again, I know Fenrir has said a lot about a femboy roleplay server, but this is not that server. Don't talk about being put in timeout and being a bad boy here. This is the stream. This is the Clash Royale stream. If you guys want to connect on Discord afterwards and do your whole role play, then feel free. But you just woke up, you're going to take a bath and then go to college, Snap? All right, what time is it for you? Because it's the afternoon for me over here. But I forget, do you live in the States? Or do you live like across the world where it's the morning right now? No, Batman's Apprentice. I do not want to do that later. I was just saying if KB and Fenrir want to do that later, they're welcome to, but not not. I wonder what we're up against here though. This is kind of a combination of cards you don't normally see. Ice Wizard and Royal Ghost and Goblin Hut. I guess we'll just cycle We'll just cycle the vines. Just because we don't really have another great card in our hand. You hate playing Mushroom Player? Is Cannon card? Do you consider that a mushroom card as well? I don't think there's a ton of people that use Cannon card. It kind of seems like one of those underrated cards. I think Cannon card, at least to me, Cannon card kind of reminds me of Zappies. Like it's a card that not a ton of people use, but I think it's kind of an underrated card. It's a very annoying card to have to get through, just like Zappies. But yeah, it doesn't seem like a ton of people. Doesn't seem like a ton of people use it. All right, we're up against a pit. I think we're gonna need to go with the furnace just because that Ice Wizard is gonna kill the minions. Crash out incoming. Are you talking about me or from Noob? Because for me, I'm totally fine. Hopefully we can get a golem, please. Furnace, stop. Okay. All right. What was that? All right, we're letting that golem go. That's getting no damage. I thought that we could squeeze a golem in front of the furnace and keep the evil furnace alive, but we could not. So we will reset. We'll reset in the same lane. We'll reset over here. We'll let that ghost. We can't let that go. It's like we have to defend this lane, but we also have to go in on the other lane. Nice golem placement. I'm aware, KB. I know that was not a great play by me. I thought we would be able to keep. I thought that we would be able to keep the furnace alive, but clearly we could not. This is probably the worst combination of cards to have to break through. Having to get through a you know, here's a little tip. If you have a friend or something that plays Golem, and you're just wanting to know how to annoy them and how to have them never break through, use Ice Wizard and Goblin Hut. Those two cards are perfect at just making sure a Golem never breaks through. Rate your skill 1 out of 10. Clash Naveed, you subscribe from a different account? Okay, you have 2 accounts, so there's 2 Naveeds here. We have a Clash Naveed and Naveed Clashes. All right, well, good to have you here from a second account. You want me to rate your deck 1 out of 10? I mean, I think it's a good deck. You have what do you? Let's see what you have in it. You replaced it for Valkyrie and Evo Snowball. What do we think? I would say your deck, it seems solid. It seems like a good control deck. I would rate it probably a 7 out of 10. Like, it seems good, but it just seems. It seems like there isn't a ton of damage dealing. Like, you have a tank in the Valkyrie. You have kind of a control element in the Ice Wizard with being able to slow things down. But I think why a lot of decks use Evo Archers, like a lot of Expo decks use Evo Archers because they're just good at dealing damage. And right now, there's not a ton of damage. I would say your most damage dealing card is probably Tesla, and then Valkyrie can do an okay job. But how's it go? Alirus is here. How's it going, Alirus? Batman's Apprentice. Do I love his solid deck? Okay, I'm not answering that. If you are playing, obviously Expo is going to struggle against any Earthquake deck. Hey Zizo, how are you? Yeah, that's my only critique for this deck. It seems solid, but there's not a ton of damage dealing. Um, yeah, Snap. I'm up for trying. I'm up for trying. I'm up for trying viewers' decks. Um, what deck do you have in mind? I already have. Um, where is it? I have Noob's deck saved. Um, but what deck do you want me to try out? Snap. What do you think? You hear a child's cry? That is that is a child in my basement wanting food. Zizo, you just subscribed. Thanks, Zizo. It's good to have you here. We're gonna be trying out. Yeah, we're gonna be trying out viewers' decks and rating them. So I no, I don't. The kids are not let out of the basement. Um, no, they have to. They only get let out of the basement when they don't cry for a certain amount of time. Like if they behave, if they don't cry, then they get let out. But because that one is crying, he's going to be staying down there for a little bit longer. Um, L single mother. Come on, it's hard out here. It's hard being a single mother. You can't blame me for doing my best. Um, all right, any deck ideas? Any deck ideas you guys would like me to try? Um, where is the belt? Um, I mean the belt. I keep it in the basement just because I use it down there. So I don't have it with me now, but it's in the basement. It's in the basement. Um, all right, Snap. You have a deck. Skeleton King. Skeleton Army, Ice Wizard. Zizo, you're wanting to know why I don't stream in portrait mode? You and Naveed were both wondering that, like why I don't stream horizontally, and I think I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna try it out. I think I'm gonna look into how to do that because I don't know how to set that up just yet. So I think I probably will try to stream vertically, like to have a short stream, but yeah, that'll probably be coming in, a day or two once I figure that out. Um, let me finish. So your deck, Snap. So you have Suspicious Bush, Dark Goblin, Wall Breakers, and then there's one more, right? Log, and then I guess I'm missing Goblin Barrel. All right, so this is Snap's deck. What evos do you want me to use? An all building deck. I actually I did make a video on that, KB. I did I did I did make an all buildings deck and it was horrible. We didn't win a single game with it. Even we even lost against Hog 2.6, which you would think we win against, right? Because the Hog never breaks through, but our buildings also never broke through. Like the Expo and the Mortar never got a lock and he just fireball cycled. So we even lost. We lost with an all buildings deck against Hog 2.6, which we should have done pretty good against. Um, we'll also build. I know Batman's Apprentice. I know you put in a deck as well. Um, Mega Knight and Boss Bandit. This is a disgusting deck. Mega Knight and Boss Bandit both in one deck. Goblin P.E.K.K.A. as well. Goblin Curse P.E.K.K.A. This is just Bobby's deck, isn't it? Whatever his name is, Bobby Juan or something like that. Void Wizard Balloon. This all right. I mean, I'll trust you, but this looks horrible. I'm guessing. Okay, I guess we can't have Hero Wizard because Boss Bandit is there. Are these the two Evos, or do we have Evo Wizard as well? It's Bobby's deck. All right, Bobby. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I think I saw this deck somewhere. Um, Zizo, I popped randomly into your feed. All right, well I'm glad I showed up. And yeah, we do have a lot of fun here. Um, Naveed and Fenrir and KB and whoever else likes to kind of troll and joke around in the chat. So it's like we play Clash Royale, but it's not like we're tryhards. It's not like we're pros. We just kind of like to have fun with the game, and try to get to Ultimate Champion while we're at it. So obviously we try to do well, but it's just kind of a lighthearted channel. Zizo, you're from India as well? Yeah, there's a lot of people from India here, because Fenrir, which is Nithin, is also he's from India. I think KB's from India. Naveed is from India, so Batman's from Ireland, so that's cool. We have Batman's from Ireland, Rima's from Italy, so we kind of have representation from all around the world. All right, we'll try out this deck, and then we'll also try out your deck, Snap, with the kind of a hyper bait deck with the Goblin Barrel and Wall Breakers. What? Good luck. All right, good luck. Yeah, a lot of people are sleepless because in India, I think India's like 12 hours ahead or something. So I think it's like 4 a.m., 4 or 5 a.m. over there in India. So there are a lot of people that are going without sleep. We're actually just going to go with this at the bridge, just because he's probably going to have to go with Skeletons or Ice Spirits. We'll void this. We'll use the ability again. Keep kind of dashing around the map, and he got back to it. This is Hawk 2.6, so I think it is probably going to be able to defend this deck well, because it can just kind of cycle Skeletons and Ice Spirit and Ice Golem and just kind of keep kiting things around. Hold on, he just used his Musketeer though, which I think was his only. Of course he's back to it. Hog 2.6 just has an incredibly quick cycle. We're gonna let that Musketeer connect. When he goes with Skeletons, we'll just. All right. You were annoyed at all the people playing Hyperbait, so you just joined them. That's fair enough. It's kind of like Kevin Durant with the Warriors. He couldn't beat the Warriors, so he joined them. He signed with them. We're gonna use this on the Skeletons wherever he plays them. He's actually probably gonna play them for the. Honestly, I don't know that we're gonna be able to defend. Yeah, we're gonna let that tower go. Goblin Curse and Rage these. Boss Bandit's gonna get on the tower. This is the prime reason why people hate Hog 2.6 is because it can defend decks like this. It can just defend single targeting units like P.E.K.K.A. and Boss Bandit with Spirits and Skeletons and Ice Golem. So, of course we're matched up against that for the first game. Is Naveed from India? Yeah, I think Naveed is from India. You never ability with the Boss Bandit? Really? I would have thought you did, but Noob, I know you want me to play your deck. I have your deck saved. This is the deck, right? I have I guess there's Evil Witch in here as well. So what? Put in Evil Witch. And then what? There's probably no rocket in here. All right. Well, you can correct me while I play another game, Noob. But we have Evil Witch, Evil Valkyrie, and Expo. We have that deck saved. So it's a different deck. All right. Oh wait, what? Oh, I queued in with the wrong deck. I queued in with the Expo deck and not the other deck. All right, you want me to use the Giant Witch deck? All right, I will. I'll use a Giant Witch deck after this. This guy looks like he's probably playing Graveyard, but he actually just used his Knight. So what? He has Ice Golem, maybe? Okay. He's probably just gonna poison. All right, we'll let that Expo go. Should get a little bit of chip damage. He has Tornado as well. All right. Yeah, I didn't mean to queue in with this deck because we have why do we have Rocket in here as well? I need to stop leaking Elixir. I thought with heavier decks you were kind of meant to leak a little bit of Elixir because I thought it was just really quick cycle decks where you didn't want to leak any. But if you're playing an Expo deck like this, which is a little bit heavier and has some heavier cards, I thought maybe you could afford to, but you have to go Naveed. That is totally okay. You're up at 4 or 5 in the morning, so I completely understand that. But I do really appreciate you joining. It's always nice to have you here. Always nice to have you here, Naveed. So hopefully you're able to sleep well. Yeah, hopefully you can sleep well. Maybe I shouldn't have spent so much trying to defend the Expo. Should we just start rocket cycling him? I mean, we should be able to defend the graveyard. Okay, I guess by defend graveyard I meant take 700 damage. That's what I meant by that. Alright, if he goes Baby Dragon, we have Zappies. He's gonna poison instead. Alright, well we're starting to break through here, and the Expo is gonna be on the tower, so I think that's gonna do it. Honestly, I'm feeling confident. I think we can throw another rocket at his tower. And now we are just one rocket away from winning, so we just need to not die to this graveyard. And I think we have enough troops there to do it, so that is going to be a good win against Graveyard with Expo. All right, I'll build your actual deck. I'll build your actual deck, Noob. Your first giant deck. We will get rid of this one. You appreciate my stream. Thanks for existing. Thanks so much for that. Thanks so much for that, Naveed. I really appreciate those words. Hopefully you have a great day. Hopefully you have a good sleep. Um, yeah, I really do. I don't know what I did to deserve an audience like you guys, because you guys are all great. You guys are all supportive. So I appreciate all of you guys. I'll build your deck now, noob, with Giant and Witch. This is a beatdown deck of sorts. Play your deck. I won't forget. I won't forget, noob. Alright, Ice Wizard in here as well. Skeletons, Prince, and Zap. Alright. Tornado and Fireball. Alright, we're gonna give Noob's deck a try, and then we'll give Snap's deck a try afterwards. Did I miss the tornado? I did. Okay. Alright, I'm assuming the Evos... Do we use Evo Zap or Evo Skeletons? Come on, KB! Stop with this! I can only take... Why are you saying it like that? I can only take one deck at a time. Nah, that's vile, man. You know what? We actually will try out Snap's deck first, because I think he sent it into the chat. I think he sent it in to the chat first. So we'll try out Snap's deck, then we'll try out Noob's, and then we'll I guess I forgot to kind of give him a rating. I forgot to give each deck a rating after I used it. We'll start spamming. I think with Hyperbait you just kind of continuously spam and single, I think is the strategy. He's just gonna insist on giving me the most log value possible, so I will take that. He's also playing a bait deck of some kind, so he's also gonna have a very quick cycle. I will play your deck. I will play your deck, noob. I won't forget about that. We'll actually go with a Goblin Barrel over here, just because we have a little tank for it. And we'll actually go for the ability... Okay. We didn't have enough for the ability there. It's crazy. We're barely 1 minute in. I don't know why I thought that log was off to the... I don't know why I thought that was off to the side. But it's crazy how we're barely 1 minute in, and we already have both Evos. So he has to waste a whole Inferno Tower on 2 Elixir. I think that's why the Evo Wall Breakers are broken, because you always have to spend more Elixir. You have to spend more than 2 Elixir to counter them. And we'll actually go for a sneaky Dart Goblin behind. I don't know why I put that into a knight. I don't know what I was thinking there. But the Suspicious Bush on the other side is... Yeah, I can see why this deck is just a nightmare to play against. Like, I would just not want to play against this deck. It seems like a nuisance. I still haven't played the Evo Skeleton Army, so I'll do that now. And then we'll play a Skeleton King over here by the... Okay, I logged way too early there. We'll go with the Dart Goblin up high just to snipe the princess. I think we might need to use that as well. Alright. We're actually kind of choking this game. Do we just choke? I think we just choked. We just choked the game. Yeah, that was disappointing. That was disappointing gameplay. All right, what other decks do we need to try? I think we've tried this one for a game, except it was against Hog 2.6. We'll play Noob's deck now. L play, yeah, that was an L game. That was an L game. We were winning. We were looking dominant. It was looking like we were gonna do well, and then we oh no, why? I didn't mean to play that in the other lane. Alright, we'll have to go with an Ice Wizard. I meant to play that in the same lane as the Furnace, but yeah, that was an L game. That was like we had it in the bag. We were ahead. We were winning by a pretty good bit, and then we ended up we just ended up choking the game. So I think we can tornado this if he yeah, I think if we tornado, it'll activate King. So that's a pretty good start. You asked me a question. Let me go back up so I can see it. What was the question? I can answer after the match. All right, I guess we'll go in the other lane. We'll go with this in the other lane. We'll go Giant in front. And we actually will use the Evo Zap on these. The elixir loads so slowly. Alright, you know what? I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for this gameplay. I fireballed the ground. I literally fireballed the ground there. We'll go with that just in case he decides to respawn. Nice fireball. Yeah. Again, I apologize for this monstrosity that you are witnessing. We're gonna fireball that anyway. I mean, it would be nice to like fireball the furnace also, but we'll actually Evo Zap it instead. He's calling out the good game. He knows it's over. He had graveyard this whole time as well. We'll just kind of wait till they kind of accumulate and then... I don't think we've used Tornado this. I think we used Tornado one time at the very start, and that was to activate King, but I don't think we've used it since then. All right. What was your question, Zizo? I didn't. Let's see. You said don't care about what other things. You said L game, which to be fair, it was an L game. Let's see. I don't see. Oh, are you talking about way up when you asked what area I'm from? Okay, if that's what you were wondering, I'm from the United States. I live in Arizona right now. KB, you're gonna head out as well. All right, thanks for joining. It was great having you. Hopefully you're able to get some sleep. After battle, change the cards. Change the cards in this deck. I don't know what cards to change here. Maybe I don't know. Any suggestions for what cards we could swap out? Any cards we should put in? Maybe I don't know if we need skeletons just because we have which already spawns skeletons. So should we swap something in for that? We didn't get a whole lot of damage. We didn't get a whole lot of damage that round. I wonder if we could we swap out skeletons and just put in a graveyard, have a giant graveyard deck to give us more of a win condition. Okay, you were wondering if Naveed was my best friend or something. No, I mean no. I know him online. I don't know him in real life. I mean, I guess I would consider us friends. I mean, we're even though we never met each other, it's like he seems to always join the streams. We're friends in the game, and we've played a couple games together. So I don't know him in real life. I guess he's just a very kind and wholesome person. Cause yeah, he's not. I don't know him in real life. He just found me online. I think he might have found me in very much the same way that you did, which is just, online, showing up in his recommended. We made a small change. We swapped out skeletons for graveyard. That way we have more of a win condition. Just because the giant we didn't get a whole lot of damage last time. I guess we'll just tornado this to the king. And yeah, we will take some skeleton chips, but that's all right. What do you think of this? What do you think of this deck we're playing now, noob? I just swapped out one of the cards for graveyard. That way we had more of a win condition. So we're gonna have to try. He's probably gonna try and rocket it. So we'll graveyard now because we have a tank. We are getting some skeleton damage, and we might as well just zap as well um, while the delivery is there. And this is already, I think we've already gotten pretty much as much damage as we did the entire last round. Yeah, it is. You are right. It is. It is rare to see. Oh, okay, I thought the prince was going to charge for a second there. You love my Golem gameplay? Thank you, Zizo. That's the deck that you know, I did spend money. I did spend money to upgrade that deck, so it's the deck that has the card levels to be able to play. So that's the deck I've kind of been getting good at, I guess. After battle, you want me to rate the deck? Alright, I will rate your deck after, I'll rate your deck after this battle. He's probably going to go with... Alright, we'll reset, I guess. We might as well go for a graveyard now. He missed the witch, so I think that... Yeah, I don't know how he plans on... we're just not going to waste any time. We're going to go in again. We'll just zap that just to get some tower damage and... Alright. Probably use E-Golem and Healer. Alright, if and when he goes with his skeletons, we'll just zap him. And the shield is off of the knight, or off of the prince, so we'll just fireball that, because that'll pretty much kill it by the tower. And we should pretty much be one graveyard away from winning. He's rocket cycling. Yeah, but I mean he has to I think if we even get one skeleton chip on the tower, we should be able to just fireball, zap, tornado. All right, that was good. Noob, I like that deck. I would give that probably an 8 or 9 out of 10. You have good defense, you have damage dealing with the prince, you have good control with the tornado and ice wizard and whatnot. So that was I'd say 8.5, 8.5 out of 10. That was a good deck with the skeletons in it. I would maybe rate that skeletons maybe a 6.5, maybe 7 out of 10, because I don't know, the giant didn't really break through and we didn't have another way of getting damage. Yeah, I mean, at least as of right now, I'm going to stick to Golem for Trophy Road, but I think once I start leveling up cards, I'll probably switch it up season to season with whatever is good in the meta. I didn't see your deck, Batman. Let me scroll back up and see if I can find your deck here. I guess there should be a way to click on your name and then do... Okay, so you want an all-skeleton deck? Alright, we will build that. We'll take out this one. And we'll do only skeletons. Change the prince with pancakes? I guess you could. You could replace the prince in that deck with the mini P.E.K.K.A. And if you're playing on Trophy Road, it does give you the option to... You can use 2 heroes, so... If you're playing on Trophy Road or Ranked, you could be using the Hero Giant and the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. No, Zizo, I get it. I get it. With, yeah, Naveed and Nithan. Nithan, He's we call him Fenrir because that's his name. He recently changed his username to Fenrir Heart Josh, but I just call him Fenrir because that's what he goes by online. But they do spice up the chat a little bit for sure. But yeah, it's very early there, very early there in India. It's 5 a.m. or so. So I'm guessing they probably both. And I guess you said you're in India as well, right? So it's very early over there. We'll start. We'll use the all skeletons deck. Um, Skeleton. There are actually a lot of skeleton cards. I guess skeleton dragons are another one. Skeleton king. We could probably use graveyard. I think technically witch could maybe be in the deck, but because the witch herself is not a skeleton, we're not going to use her just because we're going to stick to strictly skeletons. So the witch is not. I think we're going to also use this. We're going to use both of the Evo spam cards, and we'll give this all skeletons deck a try. Do you think we should put in Tombstone? I guess Tombstone would probably work, just because it's a building. So if you think we need a building, then we could add Tombstone in replacement of like Bomber or something. You're in Qatar right now. All right, you reached top 1,000 in Clash Royale. That's impressive. That is no easy accomplishment. I just got to Ultimate Champion last season for the first time ever, and that was enough of a chore on its own. So I can only imagine how much harder it is to get top 1,000. What is it that you're doing for work? All right, you think we do Tombstone instead of Graveyard? All right, we will add in Tombstone. All right, I guess we're gonna be, yeah, too many win conditions. I guess that's true. We already do have 2 win conditions. I was thinking maybe we could swap out the Skeleton King just because the Giant Skeleton is already a tank, but I guess we could also, yeah, Graveyard we could probably swap out as well. Oil business, okay. How are you liking it? Do you like working? Do you like working in the oil business? I mean, it may seem like, I don't know, that kind of seems like a dumb question because obviously it's like usually if you're working a specific job, it's because you like working in that job, but I don't know. I know some people have jobs that just pay the bills, but they don't, but that they don't necessarily love. You had a coach as well. Yeah, I know they're. Oh man, it would be great to have Witch in this deck because we don't. Skeleton Dragons are one of our last cards. All right. You love my job? That's great. It's that's the most important thing about it. You don't want it to have to feel like a chore. So as long as you love what you're doing, that's all that matters. We'll just kind of hover the ability button, and I think what is he doing? I guess we'll use the ability, and it looks like for some reason he was there. I guess he hasn't given up, but for some reason he just decided for some reason he thought it was a good idea to just tank the Skeleton King. And because the Giant Skeleton is tanking, we'll go with a Bomber to try and snipe down that Furnace. And now we're already at our Evos, so we'll go with that here. And that's going to be a double connection. We're at our Evo Skeleton Barrel as well. Zizo, you have some work to do as well. That's totally okay. I can imagine the oil business is pretty pretty grueling. So best of luck with your work. Naveed is here, I would say, on most streams, it seems like. So there's a very good chance that he'll... Oh, I thought that was going to pull the balloon. There's a very good chance he'll be here next stream because he is in I would say most streams. So him and Fenrir will probably be here again. Alright, I think we're gonna have to use this on defense. And we do have this for his next balloon. Hopefully he can't get back to a spell in time. And he doesn't poison in time. If that match had gone on a second longer, we would have lost, but we end up holding on. So the all skeletons deck is actually not bad. You do have good defense, and you do have ways of getting damage. So I was actually gonna make a in one of the future videos. I made a deck that was very similar to this. It was just using all the dead cards in the game. So I think it's right here. This was the deck that I had for the only dead cards, which is comprised mostly of skeletons as well, but we also have the Ghost. Ghost is also a dead card. And I considered maybe having Evil Lumberjack in there as well, just because Evil Lumberjack has a Ghost that stays alive after he dies. But what do you guys think? Do you think we should keep this how it is? Do you think I should add in the Evil Lumberjack to have a second Ghost for an all dead deck? All right. KB wants to play a game, so we'll jump into a game. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't take you guys for granted. I don't take Naveed or Naveed or Fenrir or anyone like that for granted, because I know it can be hard to find good, genuine people. So alright, somehow the Sparky is still alive. So we'll try to take advantage of this while we can. It's undead. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, the Lumberjack Ghost is it does technically count as an undead card. So I guess we could add in that. We could add in Evil Lumberjack, and that'll be a future video. An only dead deck. Hopefully that shoots before. All right. Goblinstein? Yeah, I guess Goblinstein could work. Goblinstein is also kind of an undead card. I was trying to get as many of the non-skeletons as we could, just because, I mean, skeletons are great, but wow, Prince has a lot of health. I guess we'll just mirror a baby dragon. Just because there's not a whole lot of air cards. Change it up a little. All right, I will. I'll make some revisions. I'll make some revisions with the help of you guys. We'll put in Evil Lumberjack. We'll put in maybe if the champion slot is open, we'll try to fit in Goblinstein there as well. Sparky, Sparky at the King Tower. This is just a Sparky madness right now. All right, good game, KB. All right, so let's change this up. So, should we keep wall breakers in there and just take out? Because I mean, our only win condition right now is graveyard. Skeleton dragons are kind of nice because I think they're the only undead. They're the only like undead air card. You were watching that match on 2 devices. Were spectating? You were spectating in the game and then also seeing it on the stream. Yeah, that would kind of bug me out too. All right, so let's take out Bomber. We'll put in Evil Lumberjack as another ghost card. I do like Skeleton Dragons in there just because that's our only air defense. Any suggestions or recommendations to the deck? The Skeleton King is in the champion spot, so we're not able to put Goblinstein in there. Is this a good deck, you guys think? You play like a retired 80-year-old? Come on, I don't think you're that bad, KB. I mean, you're at what, 7,000 trophies? So yeah, you play. I mean, I think you play well for someone that's at 7,000 trophies. I've played people that are much worse that are at 10,000 trophies. So, you know, you won't believe how many brain dead people there are, even in the higher arenas. So, Rima, you want to play 1v1? All right, we can. I just I wish there was more variety to my 1v1 deck because it's just the same Golem deck as usual. So I wish I had more decks built. I wish I had the card levels to be able to play other decks because again, it seems like you guys kind of get tired of. You guys probably get tired of seeing the same Golem deck day after day. And looks like you're playing the... Oh, wait a second. I don't have the... Oh, I guess I changed the hero goblins in... I changed out the guards for the hero goblins in ranked mode. But I guess in Trophy Road I still have the guards version. So this is a slightly different variant. With this is the version we played before with the guards and not the hero goblins. All right, looks like you're playing a. Looks like you're playing. I mean, you threw out the Expo emote, so is that what you're playing? You're playing an Expo deck? I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I'm ready for you to go Expo. Goblin Cursor, Mother Witch, because they're able to do things with. I guess that's true. Yeah, they're able to transform dead cards. I guess that makes sense. All right, we'll just go with the Golem now. We'll go with this now. Hopefully we can break through. I know Expo has typically pretty elite defense, especially with the Ice Wizard. So, oh yeah, this is the rocket version as well. Oh man, this is gonna be tricky. This is gonna be tough. I mean, at least we're back to Golem, but I guess you could also. Yeah, if your defense is good enough, which it looks like it is, you could probably rocket cycling is another option as well. So you could always do that. I'm gonna have to keep putting these furnaces up high just because don't want you to rocket them by the tower. Alright, we'll go with this now. I don't know whether or not you're back to Expo. I pray that you're not. Alright. Looks like you're going to set up to defend. This is going to be a nightmare to get through. We're going to have to try and spread these out as much as possible. And looks like we're going to get on the tower. Okay, that was a good tornado. That was a good tornado. Try to get a little split lane. All right, good game, Rima, good game. I don't actually think that even does enough. All right, good game. Hard counter. You were talking about me hard countering him. I think Gollum is typically pretty good against. Gollum is typically pretty good against Expo. That was a good game. Were you talking about? It's hard to say whether or not, because like Gollum is obviously the highest. I think it's the highest health troop in the game, so it's like it does really good against Expo. But it's like then the Ice Wizard and Tesla do well against defending. But I don't know. I think I don't know who had matchup there. I think but that was a good game. That was a good game regardless. I think we might. It's almost 5 p.m. over here. Again, time flies. Time flies when you're streaming. I think we might end the stream here. We might end it a little bit early just because. Yeah, just because I'm not feeling 100%, and so it would be nice to go get something to eat. It would be nice to. I don't know if I'm gonna lay down and take a nap, but I'm still feeling kind of tired from those meds. Unless there's anything else you guys wanna. Unless there's anything you guys want to see before we go, unless you want me to try out any more of your deck ideas, I think it's going to be just a slightly shorter stream today. We're pretty much about to hit the 3-hour mark, and I think normally when we stream it's usually between like 4 and 5 hours. Sometimes it's even slightly longer. So. We did start late. That's kind of why I wanted to end early, just because usually I end around this time, just so I can go, and get something to eat, go have some dinner, even though technically it's breakfast, because I usually have my first meal in the evening. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, we go to sleep and try and start early tomorrow. I'll try to figure out the vertical streaming, because I know. I mean, I guess Naveed isn't here anymore, but I know a couple people asked about why I'm not streaming vertically, so I'll try to figure that out. I'll try to see if I can maybe start streaming like that, and we can kind of experiment with how it goes. But, Rima, KB, Batman, anyone else who's in the chat, I really appreciate all of you joining. We will be starting earlier tomorrow, so we're not going to be going as late. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better for... What time is it in... How far ahead is Italy? Is Italy like 8 or 10 hours ahead? I guess I guess regardless, I'll try to start a little bit earlier so that the people in India and Rima, you in Italy, and I think Ireland is probably isn't Ireland a similar time zone as Italy? Just because it's kind of it's just west of Europe, right? So I'll try to start. Okay, it's about midnight right there. Okay, I'll try to start a little bit earlier. That way, you know, the stream can be not too late into the evening for Urima, and then for the people in India, I'll try to stream earlier just so that they don't have to watch it at 4 in the morning. Um, and okay, it's like you're an hour ahead. All right, so it's 11:40 for you. All right, so yeah, I'll try to start a little bit earlier then. It seems like that should work for most everyone because it'll be if I start really early, it should be like 10 or 11 p.m. in India. It should be kind of late afternoon, evening for Ireland and Italy. So I'll try to get some sleep, start a little bit earlier tomorrow, and we'll continue to try to get up to Grand Champion. But we may end up trying viewers decks or doing something else for the majority of the time, just because it's early in the season. And we're going to be facing a lot of sweats, a lot of really good people. So we'll probably do what we normally do and intermingle some ranked gameplay with some normal gameplay. But again, thank you, Rima. Thank you, Batman. Thank you, anyone else in the chat for joining. And if you guys will be here tomorrow,